Hi guys, trying to get you that about right. I think that's about right. So I have all. Oops, where did I put that? Oh, it's down there. I've drilled, as you saw, the centres. I glued the tubes in, let them dry. Then I went through with the reamer to clean the ends off. And now I'm set up to start the shaping. So I've got the tool rest quite high. The top speed for this lathe is 2000 RPM. So, and that's what I'm going to be turning this at. I've got everything locked down. Everything's free. Yes. I'm sure some people will be screaming at me right now, telling me, you're doing it wrong, you're doing it wrong. But what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to make it so I don't have to move my right arm at all. It's there and it's staying there. All I'm doing is trying to get my feet in the right place so that I can do a full transit from this side to this side just by moving my weight. And all I'm doing with this hand, is I'm just holding it down. I'm not putting any real pressure on, it's just there. Bring it onto the level. Also stop feeling it tough. Feet are wrong. The other thing to remember is I'm not a production turner. And most of the people that watch this won't be production turners. Don't rush. It'll take as long as it takes. Don't rush it. Just let it happen. It'll come in time. Because I tend to be quite generous on my measurements for the wood, I have quite a bit of overhang here and here. So if you consider, how wide is that? That's probably a centimetre there. From that point to that point, it's probably a centimetre. Don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but right here is a join in the spacers. So most of a spacer is hidden. It's hidden under here. So I know even if I bodge up the initial cut, I've got a safety margin. I've got something that I can afford to lose at this end and this end. And that's where I tend to start my cuts, and that tends to be where, in my case, when I'm using this, tends to be where I bodge it. I tend to bodge it at the beginning of the cut rather than at the end or part way through. So I know I've got waste there, so I've got that bit of safety margin. Bit of light, I think, as well. How much difference this is going to make? Not a lot. But the downside I have is I think I need a smaller tool rest, because this is here, so I can't get in closer. At the distance I am away now is the distance I will always be away, because I can't get in any closer. So I think I'm going to need to push the boat out and get a new tool rest. If anybody's got any recommendations for tool rest, please leave them in the comments. Because one of the things I have noticed with this tool rest, this is Axminster's own, it came with the lathe. There's quite a lot of bulk at the very top of the tool post. So I'm limited on how far up and down I can go on the actual rest itself. So when I'm trying to do some bowl cuts, and even some spindle cuts with a spindle gouge, I'm too high. I want my handle to be lower, so if anybody's got a recommendation, please in the comments. Right then, let's get on with this. See that? I just freed most of this up then. Right there. Just freed most of it up, so I'm going to clean that now. I'm going to send the chisel that way. I'll be honest, I'm not very good at going that way. For some reason I have a hard time going towards the tailstock. I always feel a lot more comfortable coming towards it, towards the headstock rather than the tailstock. Don't know why, but there you go. I'm using the top of the headstock to guide my hand, so I'm not near this. Very small ridge here now. One more cut and that'll be it for tune at this side. That's close enough to the spacer now that I'll be able to take that the rest of the way down with abrasives. So now I can concentrate on this end and getting the shape that I'm wanting. What I've got here is I've got like a little flat bit. So I've got a dive off, flat bit, roughly speaking, and then dive off again here. That's what I want. I'll do this side. Actually, I'm going to sharpen the chisel a little bit first. Apologise. See how that does. Remember, this end is where I've got that excess, it's in the head of this end. There we go. If anybody spotted the mistake, then congratulations, and don't do what I just did. For anybody that didn't see it, I got my hands too close and this thing hit my finger. Fortunately, it was only a glancing thing. It didn't hurt, no injuries or anything. But that could have had the potential for being seriously unpleasant. I've got the shape I want. Oh, by the way, again, I'm only learning. I know I've got stuff to learn about this. Anybody that has any advice on techniques, please, again, leave it in the comments for me. I'd rather do it right and safe and easier than wrong, badly and dangerous. So I am going to turn the lathe on, then I'm going to back it down because now I have to slow it down. So I've just took it down from 2000 to 500, I think. It's either 480 or 500. And that's as low as this will go. Now, abrasives. I have 80 to 400 here. I'll go through all of them. Then I am going to use a sample that I have been given to test, to try out. This is Nick Flaming Turner's home recipe. So I'm going to give this a go as well. I think this is supposed to be somewhere around Yorkshire Grit Black Box level, Black Tub. I will go to Yorkshire Grit White Tub afterwards. But it's just going to give this a go. I'm not going to say what it's called yet because I'm not, and I don't think that Nick has actually completely developed the product yet. I think he's still working on it a little bit, so this is like a trial sample to see how this does, and then any extra work he might need to do to it. So, abrasives. I'm going to start at 80 up. So I'm putting my face mask on. I'm not putting my extractor on because you won't be able to hear me. But under normal circumstances, extractor, guys, use the extractor. The other one, the other ones that you saw me doing earlier, I did have the extractor running for those. Especially that faux ivory, the one that's made out of this stuff, the faux ivory. Yeah, I'm waiting for some African blackwood because I'm going to do one that's faux ivory and African blackwood. I think they'll look pretty cool, the two almost bang opposites. Right. Keep the abrasive moving. Don't just don't do that. Keep it moving. You know what? A little bit more still. Yeah, well. I'm about 700-800 now. And now you're going to see me do this on every brick that I use until I get to the wet sanding. $80, $120. The reason I'm doing this is to try to take out any radial lines that might be in there. Yeah, 120. Well, I appear to be missing some 180. So this is 240, this one. I'm almost there now. These two both have a tiny step. And I don't have a problem with that at all, because that's where the centre connector piece goes. So that's fine, I've got no problem with that. This is basically flush, a little bit, slightly too big. So I've got 2 more bricks to go yet. And this is the same as that one. So yeah. 320. No, hang on. Something I need to do. Now 320. Excuse me a sec, guys. I said I wasn't going to do this, but I need to clean the air out of it. I need to get a brace or a bracket or something. Before, on the old one, I could just lock this into the tail strap. I can't do it on this one. I'm on 400 now. I'm going to hang on to this. That's the standard abrasives used. Put it under there. Next stop. It looks here like I have radial lines. I was chasing those for ages. I don't, it's just a discoloration in the wood. They're not radial lines at all. Methylated spirits or US denatured alcohol. We just put a dye in it to make it more obvious that don't drink this stuff. Will not do you any good. Please notice where I'm stood. I don't have a face mask on, but I'm not in the line of fire. Safety cloth from Chestnut Products. Which is basically non-absorbent paper towel. Back that down again now. dry. Now then, Nick never told me if I needed to put sanding sealer on this or not first. So what do I do? With or without? Well, Yorkshire grit is with, but corn polish you can be with or without. So I'm thinking it's probably with. So, chestnuts, cellulose sanding sealer. Ooh, put the lid back on that as well, before I lose the lid again. I'm really good at losing lids for things. So I back that down. Should have. Yeah. Again, notice I am not in the line of fire. I'm off to one side. That should be plenty of sanding sealer. Get back on the side of this field. Wait for that to dry. Which I don't think will take very long. Notice I'm using the back of my thumb, not put my hand on it, put my hand under it. That is dry. Now then, Nick, let's have a bit of your every phrase I want to use now is a double entendre. Shall we try your abrasive? God, just turned 50 and I'm actually 12. It's ridiculous. I don't. Oh, okay. A little bit goes a long way, guys. Where did I put the lid? Oh, it's there. Now, do you use a dirty cloth or do you use a fresh cloth at the next point? I don't know. Nick's probably said, I just don't remember. I have the memory of a half-dead goldfish sometimes. Well, that might be insulting to goldfish actually. I'm going to go with a fresh just to be on the safe side. doing this at a low speed, I'll be honest, I can't feel or hear it working, but I can see it working. So I think this is closer to Whitetail than Blacktail by Yorkshire Grit, but it's definitely finer than Chestnut's cut and polish. I'd say this is like a midpoint. Might even be as fine as Whitetail. I don't know how well the picture's showing this, guys, but I'm getting quite a gloss. I've got a lovely reflection line over here. That is almost as smooth as Whitetail. I'd say not quite, but pretty damn close. I'll whack the speed up a little bit. About 1200 there. See if the buffing would work, that's all. Bring any more shine out, it doesn't. No. So the shine you get at low speed is going to be as good as you can get at high speed. Right. Next. Application for my regime. Melamine lacquer, again from Chestnut. next thing I would normally do is I would normally go to white tone for the next stage. But you know, I think I'm going to go back to next. Yeah, I think I'm going to go back to next. That is very smooth. Okay, there's going to be those that say, oh, you need to get the wet polish out to 12,000 grit. I don't have those. I can't do that. Not yet, anyway. Some point, maybe. But for right now, it's not an option that I have. Right. Well, this is something I haven't tried before. It's Hampshire Sheen's Pen Turner's Overcoat. Apparently you're supposed to apply this at high speed. There we go, I'm as fast as I can be now. One smooth motion, it says. Nearly one smooth motion. Use a safety cloth or paper towel to then lightly buff. Bear in mind, Martin Samuel Smith writes the instructions on this stuff. So he's telling you what he does. Safety cloth is gliding over the pen. There's almost no resistance there at all. If one coat of that stuff is good, does that mean 2 coats is better? Let's find out. I don't think the second coat of the overcoat did much, in all honesty. But I am happy with that. I am not going to touch this now for probably an hour. I'm going to go and have my tea, as in drink tea. Although I'm not sure what time it is. It might actually be tea time or dinner time. Or supper time, depending on where you live. Plus, we can always confuse the Americans by just using every term we can think of, which is always a good thing. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm not touching it because my hands are filthy, and I want that wax to have time to set up before I do anything else. Yeah, but I hope that was interesting to you guys. I'm not going to show you the assembly part because that's just pressing things into the chambers. This is the wood turning bit here. I hope you enjoyed that. Like, comment, subscribe, all the normal stuff. Please understand I am not a professional turner. Nothing I do or say should be taken as professional advice, and nothing beats professional lessons. There are places all over the country that do them. You've got, let's see, Cornwall. I think Mark the Gentleman Wood Turner does them. You've also got at Axminster itself, so there's Colwyn Way and some other people there. I think that they do lessons. There's the Tiny Turner, Emma Cook, just outside Leeds. Wayne the Wood Turner, he's up in the borders, Dumfries, I think. Irish, I don't know. I don't know Northern Southern Ireland. I don't know who's doing lessons up there, over there, and I don't know in Wales either, I'm afraid. There is plenty of places you can go and get professional lessons. By all means, check it out, get online and look. Nothing beats a professional lesson. And that's it, guys. Stay safe, enjoy yourselves, and if you can't stay out of trouble, try not to get caught. Bye bye. I've got to come walk all the way over here now just to press a button. I don't know, old age, terrible thing.